Miss Kumar. Yes, that's me. I'm Kaylee. And what do you have for me today for your application? Oh yes, I have it right here for you. Let me grab it. So the overview of my packet is homeschooling and semiotics as two lenses to observe the idea of us versus them, and how we might be able to use signs and symbols and things that are universally understood by people to maybe give them insight into a situation that they've never experienced before. So I would recommend that you go back and step away from the signs and semiotic, focus more on the homeschooling and small towns, and think about exploring local archives. And also think about the materials that you're using and how does that blend into the message. Yeah, absolutely. You will see me in a month and I will have refreshed this application for you. Absolutely. Great, thanks. Yes, Kaylee? Have you made the adjustments that I suggested? Yes, I've been working very hard on all of the ideas and tips you gave me. Let me show you. So for this packet, I started doing more research into the statistics of homeschooling, and I decided to explore that visually through just mainstream magazines to show the standards of that time and to use them to tell this very specific story. I would say it's still not very specific enough. I think that maybe homeschooling, there's not that much information to go off of, or at least not enough for our purposes here. I think you need to make more, keep digging further into subcultures and the potentials that they hold. Okay, all right, great, excellent. Hi. Yes, Miss Kaylee. How are you? How is your progress working on your application? So, this time around, I have this work to show you. I essentially felt like I needed to start over. So I started to see mirrored in myself my experience with ADHD, and I started thinking about ADHD designers, specifically ADHD designers who are women who were diagnosed later in life. I thought it would be really interesting to come up with a whole campaign through ADHD. Let's take a step back. It seems like you're reaching a solution point, and I don't think you're quite at the point of a solution. I think there's a lot more research you need to be doing. Think, for example, the different types of ADHD. If you're thinking about that, I would say it would be really interesting to explore the three main types and how those might look to other people. Try representing those in different ways. Okay, I've got it this time. So for this packet, I went and created an entire book dedicated to showing the thought process of someone with ADHD. I wanted to portray how difficult it feels sometimes with an ADHD brain to make a decision to stay on track. So I wanted to achieve that with this booklet. Mostly I was dedicated to exploring ADHD and design and trying to portray that to someone who maybe either does have ADHD and they can feel seen, or someone who does not and they're able to understand it better. This seems still a bit too personal. I think we still are trying to find the target here. Have you ever thought of exploring more with semiotics? Would you agree? What?